Hello everyone. Sorry it's been a very extreme long time since I've made my last video. And just had a job that I've been working for a while, for practically almost 6 months, and demanded a lot of my time. I was working 10-hour nights, 4 days a week, and unfortunately, I got laid off through no fault of my own. Um, and they're going to be laying off many others that had worked the same shift that I had, which was third, and I've always been a night owl. So now that I'm unofficially unemployed again, um, I could have more time. Not to say that I'm not going to be looking for a job, because I'm always looking, always searching, and I know that something will come my way pretty soon. Been networking with some people that I know, and has given me their email, and they will be sending, and I'll be giving theirs my email, and going to network some links to me to where I can go apply and see what comes out of that. So I'm not letting that break me by any stretch of the means, and that's what narcissists like to do. They like to break you in many ways, and and this is what this video is going to be more about is, have you ever thought of moments when your narcissist tries to break you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? And I can name lots of moments to where my narcissistic mother has broken me, or at least I could say had past tense, because since being no contact with her, she no longer has those opportunities to try to break me anymore. So can any of you out there think of any particular moment or moments, whether coming up and being brought up by your narcissistic parents or mother? Can you ever think of those moments where your narcissist tries to break you and tries to make you feel like you're nothing, or that you're never going to amount to be anything? I would have to say, uh, as far back as I can remember, that my narcissistic mother has labeled me a retard, all because I had to go to special classes since first grade. I was diagnosed with being a slow learner when I was kindergarten, and just didn't pick things up as fast as all the other kids. So my narcissistic mother had labeled me a retard, and even treated me like one. And does that bother me now? No. And of course, another time that she tried to break me was when she was taking well, I won't have to say mine, but her twin daughters from the first marriage out shopping and not buying me anything, even though I was along for the ride. That was another time that she tried to break me. Made me feel like I wasn't worth anything, or I wasn't worth buying anything, or she couldn't so-called afford to buy me anything. That's another moment. And I'd have to also say, when I got into a fight with Mrs. Inferiority Complex, and I ended up going to jail because I fought back, even though she fought back with me. I mean, even though she started and tried to attack me a barbecue pitchfork, and I fought back and kicked her ass and gave her vertigo, and I ended up paying restitution. And my narcissistic mother wasn't even there, nor my enabling father. But then when the cops were called, of course, my narcissistic mother and enabling father automatically took Mrs. Inferiority Complex side. So that's another moment that I felt broken. And really, to top it all, my narcissistic mother made every attempt not to go to my graduation, my college graduation, I think, which I've mentioned in quite a bit of videos off and on. And then here's another one. The day that I had my knee surgery, back in, what was it, 2014, when I had my knee surgery. And that's when this channel was still my channel here was relatively new here on YouTube. That she had wrote me that really, really nasty letter and really tried to break me. Saying I would never amount to anything, that no one will hire me, saying my spelling and grammar was no good, and say I had a mind of a housekeeper, like a maid, and said some really awful, mean things, which were just her weak projections of herself onto me, and taking out all her frustrations out on her life because her life's not working out that great, taking it out on me, of course. Basically, it was just her response to my no contact letter to my narcissistic mother, which, I call her lard butt or lard ass, whichever one comes to mind, because she is. She's fat, she's lazy, and always makes time to stick her nose where it doesn't belong. And I'm sure that she's even trying to tear down my youngest daughter that still lives with my narc mom, and saying that she'll never amount to anything and never this and never that. She is nothing. My lard ass sister is nothing but a coward. She's always been afraid of me, and always will be. See, narcissists are weak-minded anyway. We all know that. They're weak. Why else would they throw their projections onto us? And just that moment of reading that letter from my lard butt sister had only made me stronger, because I've proven her wrong. Saying something about I'll never win a particular battle that I was fighting in court, well, guess what? I won. Thinking nobody would hire me, well, I got hired on to a temporary job that lasted almost 6 months, and hey, I got other people and other connections that's gonna give me even a better job. So basically, I'm proving to you, Lord ass sister out there who I know is watching out there, I'm proving you wrong. I'm proving you wrong. It's time to eat those words. I want you to develop a very strong mentality and know your narcissist really well from one end to the other. You can find ways of not allowing what they're trying to do to you to break you. Of course, when you go no contact, it's the sweetest thing that you could ever do for yourself. It's more like a sweet revenge because they no longer have that power over you. But you have to do more than just physically move away. But like I said, it does take a lot of work. to get yourself mentally strong. And can any of you out there share with me any moments that you can remember from childhood on up, or just certain ones that really stick out in your mind of a time when your narcissist tries to break you? Because as long as you stay in contact with your narcissist, there's always going to be that opportunity for your narcissist to try to break you down. But it's how you react to it, it's how you handle it, determines whether or not that you'll be strong. You can allow it to make you stronger, or you can allow it to make you weaker. And I know that there's some of you out there that really can't get away from your narc for either financial reasons or some other reason, you know, that's, you know, it's just hard to do. But just think there's going to be that day when they will come that you will be able to break free. So anyway, just more updates about me though. I'm down to 199 pounds, so I've lost 61 pounds. I've been at a plateau for a while, so right now I'm changing up my diet even more. I'm going more paleo diet, and I've been subbing for some boot camp classes at my gym, and I believe I've subbed at least 4 times, and everyone loved my workouts that I put out there. So I haven't heard anything from my certification test, so I become certified to teach group fitness classes. But it's been 5 weeks, and according to the certification people, I have to wait like anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks. So I know it's been 5 going on 6, and so I'm just waiting for my test results, and then as soon as I find those out, that I'll be doing CPR training. I'll be ready to have my own classes and be more like of a side job, and hopefully someday may even evolve into my own business, and I end up having a big clientele. So God's making ways for me, and my youngest grandson is now a year old and sweeter than ever. He's crawling. He was actually scooting / crawling. So like I said, now that I became officially unemployed now, I should be able to have some time to do some videos here and there now. And don't really mean to neglect my channel, but does those 10-hour shifts really tire you out? Even though I'm very physically fit, it still wears down on you. And now that my time with this place that I've been working for close to 6 months has ended, I know another door will open. So other than that, nothing much really going on right now. Other than I know I broke my plateau. I'm down to 199 pounds from 260, so I've lost 61 pounds. So still continuing to work out no matter what. And there's times from time to time that some tips try to play in my head, and like I said, learning from a past therapist that I once had, I know how to call those voices out and tell them to shut up and call it by their name. And that's something that I would have to do for the rest of my life, is to anything that remotely reminds me of something that my narcissistic mother or enabling piece of shit flying monkey sisters of mine. Anything that reminds me of something that they would say, I automatically call them out and just tell them that they're worthless, they're powerless, and they're a piece of shit, and just tell them to shut up. And it works. So I even use it even with my bowling too. So I've been bowling. I've been subbing for the past couple of Saturdays as well. So I'm up to a 200 average anyway, coming back. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I've been up to. And like I said, I don't know what the next video will be. All I can just say is stay tuned. And I've been responding to comments that many of you that have left on many of my videos, even some of my older videos. So I still keep an eye on the comments, and because I try not to not leave one comment unanswered, and I always appreciate everyone's feedback, and it means a lot. If there's anything out there that you want me to go in greater detail, any suggestions as far as topics are concerned about your experience about the narcissist in your life, it's more than welcomed. And you can private message me, email me at maryallen7079@yahoo.com, and just kind of give me a suggestion of anything that you'd like for me to put out here on this channel, anything that maybe something I've never really spoke about, or maybe have but maybe didn't go in great detail. I welcome suggestions, because we're all here to heal on this channel and many other YouTube channels out there about narcissism, and people that's been all in the same boat as all of us have. We've all survived. The YouTubers that are out here are really survivors of narcissistic abuse, and I'm definitely one of them. And you can be too. Like I said, you always take it one day at a time, make progress, and then just really just share your experiences of what many of you have been through, because believe me, everybody's story is either exact or similar but different in other areas. And really haven't seen or heard much of anything of my narc mom trying to make contact with me, because it's been well over a year since I've been no contact with her, and I couldn't be any happier. So anyway, I've also seen that my subscribers have really increased on my channel, and many of you that have just found my channel, however you found my channel, I welcome you with loving open arms. And to the many of you that has really followed me for ever since I started this channel, I always thank you and greatly appreciate not just your feedback, but also for following me on my channel for as long as you have. It's really I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I hope that I can continue to be your inspiration, all of your, I just hope I can be everyone's inspiration to overcome narcissistic abuse and live the life that you deserve to live, because we all deserve to live a much happier and healthier life, even though we would have loved to have our narcissistic parent in our lives, but for those of us with narcissistic parents, we all know that that's just highly impossible. Because they will never learn how to love. They only love themselves. Well, I take that back. They really hate themselves. And they don't know what love is. So how could they possibly know how to love you? And plus, on top of that, they're all about themselves. And we all know. Believe me, we all know what our narcissists are all about. We all do. So, anyway, expect for me to make some more videos, maybe once or twice a week. Now that I'm not working, but I'm still actively looking for employment. And like I said, I have some connections that were just thrown my way. So, but for the time being, I'll try at least make 1 or 2 videos a week on my channel. And like I said, now I could kind of really pay attention to my channel some and continue to help many of you out there to heal, because believe me, it's not easy. You know, it's not easy at all. So anyway, this is Mary Ellen signing off. And as always, I wish you love, peace, and joy. Stay tuned soon for the next video. Thank you. Take care. Bye.